Joda, welcome. Dang, he got 16 home runs already. Joe Adele on the Pirates. Wow. Dang, Joe Adele was leading the league in home runs.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We're ready for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. We have an absolute treat on tap. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the mound today, Matthew Boyd. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Miller makes the grab, and there's one down. Here's the left fielder.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 28.
That one catches the zone. 0-1. Fastball is outside. In the air to left center. Crow Armstrong should have it. And there are 2 outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Just 1 for 12 in the series coming in. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that one pulled foul. 2 outs, base is empty. Goes down looking. Middle of the first. No score. Here's Nico Horner. Oh, look at the stop. Nicely done for the out. So digging in, Owen
second,
Miller.
The third baseman, Owen Miller.
To third, Triolo. Over to first.
Got him.
Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Hard hit to third. Tosses to first.
Out.
3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. Scoreless after 1. On the north side of Chicago, John Shelby and Chris Singleton. Here's Joe Adell. Boyd back to work. And that is downstairs. 1-0.
Joe Adell, the new member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. First game as the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That one missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Kicks and fires. On the ground, out to short. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. Now that's smacked to right center. Shaw snags it for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be Drake Baldwin.
To our new catcher.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. Back here at the friendly confines. And now it's going to be Seiya Suzuki. That misses. And that is ball one. And that one is inside. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
And a big swing and a miss. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter. But with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now, Pete Crow Armstrong. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. No score here in the second. Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Stays alive. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ian Happ in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. And that's in for a strike. Griffin in his rookie season. Just 19 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. And 1 out now.
Yeah, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And that's going to be ruled a swing. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Misses. Going to count 1 and 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. No throw. He's safe at first.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Pretty much did the opposite of what you want to do with the pitch on the outside part of the plate like that. Just rolled over, but good hustle down the line and got the infield knock.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Shaw has a beat on it. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Here's O'Neal Cruz. First time up was a pop out.
Cruz.
In the air, right field. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Dansby Swanson, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Fouled off. He was late. Runner at first with no outs here. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Cruz under it. And it's caught for the out. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. Runner on the go. Late swing, fouled off. And a foul ball. Swings through it for the K. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Throws to first in time. That ends the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 3 innings. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Pirates just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Shaw makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals.
Oh my.
He's got it. There's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 7.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Joe Adell. Grounded out his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Swing and a ground ball out to short. One up, one down.
Got him. That's
Good
an out.
onside run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Bush stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Adele going back, bangs off the wall. Around second now, going for three. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at.
Lined into left center, should be extra bases. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Cubs.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. The run comes in to score from second. It's 2-0.
Well done, drives in the run. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
Outside low, 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Ground ball to the right side, and foul ball. Hat at second with 2 down. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Rips one to right, and that's the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. In the air, left field, Hat. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Drake Baldwin, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And that's strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hat in position. Makes the grab for the second out. And now Connor Griffin. He's 0 for 1. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Here at Wrigley Field, we head to the... So digging in, Nick Gonzalez. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swings through that one for strike one. Gonzalez, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there. Well, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. Right through there for a strike. Gets the call, and that's strike 2. The Cubs holding on to a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. So the batting order turns over. Here's the center fielder, O'Neal Cruz. First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Here's a 1-1. That's inside.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
Full count.
Hit on the ground to short. Swanson on the run, sends it over to first, and it beats him. What a play. So another good inning for him on the mound. And welcome back to now the number 2 hitter. Both 2 in this one. Boyd back to work. On the ground, right side. In time to Bush. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
Ozuna.
High fly ball down the left field line. Happ ranging back on it. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Is 26th of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 8-1.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Digging in, Joe Adell. Hammered down the right side, but foul. One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
The first baseman.
Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. And first off, Is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch. Key to this game was that huge 6th inning. They jumped all over the opposing pitching, and it was like they knew what was coming. And that kind of confidence just takes a team to the finish line, and that's what they did. They got the win in this game.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shambi. We'll talk to you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Detroit Tigers. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, first pitch coming up. And starting in this one, Jack Flaherty. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
Way outside, and now it's even 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Just missed.
No. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. Green ranges back on it. That's not coming back.
Let's go. Home run.
He circles the bases. His 27th home run of the season. And just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
For that time, y'all.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, one of the best RBI guys in the game this year. Right now, 2nd in the NL. Swung on, belted. And this one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Round second, digging for third. The tag, and he's out.
No!
Absolutely perfect execution of the read. Right there to cut him down at third, and he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Joe Adell at the plate and takes high there. 2 out, space is empty. Ground ball, Torkelson. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Pirates draw first blood on the solo shot. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach McKinstry.
Shortstop, Zach McKinstry.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Chandler with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Next offering is in for a strike.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track. I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, and they got him.
Well, this is a real momentum killer.
There you go, Drake Baldwin. This is why we got a new catcher. This is why we got a new catcher.
Behind the plate with the catch and throw.
Joey Bart could not do that.
Reaches the base.
And that drops in for a strike. Out to short, Gonzalez. Fires over to first. And Gleyber Torres retired. Kerry Carpenter getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
No. 1-1.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
And that's a little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back here in Detroit, standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Brandon Lowe. Flaherty back to work. Ripped, but it curls foul. And that clips the inside corner.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Baez puts it away for the out. 1 down. Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit.
Spencer Horwitz.
On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Baldwin.
2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Slider misses outside. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I might have to play on veteran, man.
The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. And 1-2. Back at Comerica Park. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Riley Green. First pitch, and he just misses. Green with a homer in his last game. That catches the corner. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. 2-1 now. And a swing and a miss there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
1-1.
This one in the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. 1 left. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Popped up right side. Torkelson on the run towards the line. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Oh, my God.
Here's the third baseman, Jared Triolo. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Next offering is fouled back.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Just missed. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
And the right-hander deals. And he chases that one. That K is his third of the game. So the lineup flips over. Here's O'Neal Cruz. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Cruz goes 6 feet 7 inches, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Right side, and that's just foul. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. That one just misses.
Full count.
Draws the
Ball
walk
4.
there.
Take your base.
Well, a great back and forth in that at
Now
bat.
batting
He had to lay
number
off some really
99.
close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Makes the grab, and that is that. One left for Pittsburgh, but they lead. As we go to the top of the fourth, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Marcell Ozuna. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Wasting no time. He's
Now
2
batting
for 2
right
now
fielder,
on the night,
Joe Adele.
and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Joe Adele. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
That one at the knees for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And that's
2-2.
outside.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Gets it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. And now it's Brandon Lau. Fly to center his
Now
first
Let's
time.
bring him
He's 0
home,
for
Brandon
1.
Lowe.
Brandon Lau.
Let's go.
Base hit and a
RBI
run in
single.
to score.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at
Now
bat. That
batting
pretty much
first
split the
baseman,
zone down the
Spencer
middle, and those are the
Horwitz.
ones where you got to make them pay.
One down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. 0 for 1 so far. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Lau stands at first with 1 out. That one
1-1.
misses, and the count even 1-1. On the ground to third. Off balance speed. There's 1. And that's 2. 1 run on 2 base hits. There's a strike. Just
Outside.
missed. Drilled out towards left center field. Ozuna sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And a quick out, number 1.
Good,
Riley
James.
Green will hit next. Now a screamer into the outfield. Puts it away for the out.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over
Now
it. It's
batting,
just frustrating when you can't
33.
get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Hard hit left side. Gonzalez to first in time. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 3 up, 3 down. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's
Pirates,
duel so
catcher,
far. Here's how the
Drake
starters have
Baldwin.
performed up to this point. Flaherty back to work. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next
That's a
pitch
ball.
misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And
Ball.
misses inside. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Man at first. Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. 0 for 1 with a flyout. That's down and in. Close, but called the ball. And a count 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jared Triolo.
Stepping in, Jared Triolo. His first at bat was a strikeout. Little chopper rolls foul. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
That misses, and that's ball 1.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Next pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Baldwin, the runner at first with 2 gone. Yeah, big swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Brant Hurt getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Holton also throwing. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Dylan Singler.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Thierlin in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. That one in triple digits. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right through there, got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And now it's Baez. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Fastball for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. Horwitz. He takes it on his own, and the Tigers retired 1-2. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Brant Hurt.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
He swings and fouls one off. Hurt is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Tigers bullpen with some action. Steven Okert, the left-hander, up and throwing. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Marcell Ozuna. He's been a great free agent sign. Now snap throw to first. And he's back in safely.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
He's so consistent that the manager basically can look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game. That misses,
1-1.
and the count is 1-1.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
And that's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Now, Joe Adele. He's grounded
Come on,
out
Joe
a couple
Adele.
of times.
Let's prove to us that you belong here.
That one ripped right center field. And this one looks like trouble. 1 run is in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across.
Let's go, Joe Adele with the RBI double.
Put a pretty good
Let's
jolt into that
go.
one. Great swing, nice balance,
First
and
hit
great
as a
transfer,
Pittsburgh
and he got it to
Pirate.
drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Yeah.
Lau at the plate.
Ooh, come on, Brandon Lowe.
And that one fouled off.
They know when he comes in, pretty much forget about it. Kind of reminds me of Mariano Rivera.
Swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Carpenter sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Both runners tagging. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 4-6.
And Marcel
Well, he's always
Ozuna.
capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there. But a
Brandon Lowe
good
with the
job of driving
RBI,
that
sac
right from
fly.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz.
I know, I think I'm from the
2
bunt.
in this one. Shortened a bunt and missed it. It's 0-1.
636.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a
He's
strike.
old now.
0-2.
They put Ryan O'Hearn back in.
Swing and a miss.
What
and
the?
he got him. Now 2 away. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Drake Baldwin. This one in the dirt, and well
No
done
ball.
to keep it
1
close.
strike.
Swing and a ball softly hit out into left center. Brings it in, and that is that. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And that's in for a strike. Torkelson, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Base hit, and that turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the Detroit
Up
order.
next for the
Zach
Tigers.
McKinstry up now for the
Shortstop,
Tigers.
Zach
Swing and a miss.
McKinstry.
That one at 99. 0-1.
1-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. The 1-1 is fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And a strike to Glaber.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Ozuna should have it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Kerry Carpenter digs in now. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. Torkelson off of first with 2 away. Back up the... Oh, that got him! To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And next to hit for Detroit, Riley Green. And there's a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs. And that one's a little bit low. Now 2-2. 99 miles per hour to finish him off. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there. We go to the top of the 7th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Late on that fastball.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it.
Oh, and a great stop from his knees. The throw. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Oh, that one right there had the looks of one of those plays of the week. Great diving stop, but he just couldn't set up to make a good throw. Maybe got a little too excited. He was probably feeling it as well, but either way, that's a tough play and a tough error.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carpenter makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swings through that.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has
Pitching.
Steven Oker gets the ball now, and he's done.
Done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
And a slider in there for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. And 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Misses inside, and the count is filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
This one in the air, center field. Baez under it. And he makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. Throw to third, but he's
that
in
should have
there.
been a home
run comes
run.
into the play. Marcell
Now batting,
Ozuna,
left
the next
fielder,
Pirate to
Marcell
hit.
Ozuna.
3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. This to third. Zips it across. That ends the inning. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Caught him looking for the K. Here's the catcher to hit, Dylan Dingler. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. This one chopped to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 up, 2 down. So now here's the DH, Matt Vierling. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Horowitz pulls it down, and that is that. The Tigers. It's 5-0. We're at the top of the 8th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Joe Adell. Okert back to work.
That's a ball.
And that one is inside ball 1.
1 ball.
You know, these Pirates,
no strike.
digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Torkelson makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. This one in the air, right field. Carpenter settles underneath it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Horowitz. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
On the ground, right side. Nice grab. Throws from his knees. And that's a nice play. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And
Now
the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Number 50, Carmen Majinski.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Ozuna. And makes the grab. And there's 1 away. And now Spencer Torkelson. There's a strike. The Pirates leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That clips the corner.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. On the ground to third. And it gets by him.
Come on, Cam.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next up for the Tigers, Zach Gonzalez.
Out.
There's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base. But good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he... flipped it. Could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Torres in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pitch
Ball.
misses there. And 1-1. That one the other way. And foul ball. 2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
2-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Tigers leave 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tyler Holton.
Now
I think it's
pitching
got to be a
for
little
the
tough coming in
Tigers.
out of the pen when your guys are
Number
trailing so
87.
big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the
1-0.
score.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Sawyer Gibson getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Verlander getting loose as well. Hit in the air left field. Green settles under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul. Holton in his 4th year, 28 years old, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2018. That one outside. And the count 1-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch is outside.
Full count.
One down, base is empty. That's
Ball
a walk.
4. Take your base.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his own. Jared
Now batting
Triolo,
third
the next
baseman,
Pirate to
Jared
hit.
Triolo.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First
No.
pitch just misses. This to center field. Baez coming on. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it
Up
into
next,
his
pitcher,
highest
center
gear
fielder,
and go a long
O'Neal
way to
Cruz.
track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Cruz,
Ball.
the next to hit, takes outside.
1 ball. No strikes.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
1-1.
Gonzalez off of first with 2 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. First offering, and it just misses. There's a strike, 95 of that one. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings and misses. Gassed it right by him.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Riley Green. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now that is
Colt
number
Keith
33.
now at the plate. There's a strike. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Grounder might be 2. Horowitz takes it himself. Just 1 out remaining for the Tigers. Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Just missed.
Outside.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract him.